There's nothing like a warm pie. I'm thinking of getting a slice of pumpkin pie. Wait a second. Why are there books here? And where are all of the pies?
The sections of books say persuade, inform, entertain. What does all of that mean?
It turns out that this isn't any old pie shop. Let's help Pearl and Otis figure out what is going on by learning about author's purpose in informational texts. Have you ever wondered why people write stories, or who even writes them? You might know that a person who writes a story is called an author, and the people who read the story are called readers. When authors write stories, they usually do it for 3 different reasons. You can use the acronym PIE to help you remember. An acronym is created when a letter is taken from each word to create a new word, usually to help remember something. Each letter in PIE stands for something related to the reasons an author writes. The first letter of the word PIE, P, stands for persuade. When someone is trying to persuade, they are trying to get you to do or believe in something. Like writing a letter to your parents trying to persuade them to get a pet. The I in PIE stands for inform. When an author writes to inform, they want to give information to the reader. Like if you read a book all about narwhals. The E in PIE stands for entertain, which is when the author wants the reader to enjoy the story, like in a joke book or a fiction story. Now that we've learned a bit about PIE, let's help Pearl and Otis pick out a few books. The first book that Pearl has chosen to look at is a fiction book about the adventures of a unicorn. Do you think the author's purpose for writing this book was to persuade, inform, or entertain? This story doesn't give you information or persuade you to do something. And it's a fiction book, so the author's purpose was to entertain. The first book that Otis has chosen to look at is about why puppies are a great pet choice. It gives reasons as to why puppies are the best and make a great pet. Is the author's purpose for writing to persuade, inform, or entertain? This book is trying to persuade you to believe that puppies are a great choice for a pet. That means the author's purpose for this book is to persuade. Pearl has also found a book called Facts About Germany. This book gives facts and information about Germany. Do you think the author's purpose for writing this book was to persuade, inform, or entertain? This book gives information about Germany, so the author's purpose for this book is to inform. Before we see which book Otis and Pearl have chosen to buy, let's review. Today, we learned about author's purpose, which is why an author writes something. We learned about an acronym, PIE, to help remember reasons an author writes a text. We learned about authors who persuade or try and get you to do or believe in something. Inform or give you information. And entertain, to try to get you to enjoy the story. Now, let's see which book our friends have chosen.
I think this one will really come in handy.